My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. We break down full fight cards every single week. We give you our picks, our bets, and our fantasy plays. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. And this is brought to you by Earn You. Earn You is the world's first sports and esports prediction game, allowing you to earn crypto risk-free. Check it out now at earnu.com. And ODDSJAM. ODDSJAM has the fastest real-time data integrations to spot discrepancies between different sportsbooks and helping users place risk-free bets. Check them out at oddsjam.com. Next up, at UFC Vegas 51, we have the return of Chris Huggy Bear Barnett, and he's taking on Martin Buday. Chris Barnett, 22-7 overall. He's 4-1 in his last 5, coming off his first UFC win. Martin Buday is 9-1 overall, 5-0 in his last 5, making his official UFC debut. And Chris Barnett's coming off that awesome highlight reel win in his last fight where he was able to showcase his athleticism. And I mentioned this a few times. I've managed fighters for a very long time, and for a period of time, about 5 years of that managing fighter journey, I had a bunch of fighters in the XFC. I had Parker Porter, who's in the UFC now, Nick Newell, Mariana Kafetz, Ryan Quinn, and a few others. And we, every month.
Did you say my name?
I did left
mine out?
Yeah, I'm oops. And every month there was a different XFC event, and I would travel and hang out. And Chris Barnett was their guy. Like, he was local to Tampa. He was the poster boy. People loved him. So I spent a lot of time with him. And A, couldn't be a nicer, happier, funny guy. But B, the knock on him always was he wasn't very dedicated. He didn't put in the time. He is stupid athletic, and he does things that somebody who looks like him should never be able to do, right? He should not be able to do spinning back kicks. He shouldn't be able to do backflips. He shouldn't be able to do any of that. He's short, he's heavy, but he can do all of it. He just never took his career seriously. But I know for a fact he is taking his career seriously now. So you have a guy who has power in his hands. He's stupid athletic, and now, like later in life, he's made the mistakes. He's starting to actually put in the time and try to make things happen. I think it's definitely a factor, and it's definitely something that should be considered. He's got very real power. He will manage to land strikes, even though he is always the shorter guy with the shorter reach. And again, he has not taken his career seriously in the past, but he has been lately. Martin Buday is a heavy-handed striker with solid footwork and very real power. And he's interesting because all of his wins are by stoppage, and it's very clear that he has real power. But he is a slow starter, and he's surprisingly hittable. If you go back and watch his fights at Octagon, that's the name of the promotion, Tagon, you'll see that even though his footwork is solid and he is always moving, he gets hit a lot, and he doesn't always engage. His Contender Series win was very impressive, and the reality is that even though he may be slow to engage, when he does engage, everything has power, even his jab, and he can grapple on top of that. So he is a threat, but he is hittable before he sort of wakes up and puts it out there. And I was surprised to see this matchup because I would assume that after Chris Barnett's last win, the UFC would be pushing him because he is exciting. He is fun. He can do crazy things. And I thought they'd give him a couple of easier matchups, but they said screw it, and they're giving him a very, very dangerous prospect. And it is an interesting fight, though, because I think Chris will be faster, more athletic, and more dynamic. But Buday will have the power, the technical striking advantage, and probably the grappling advantage as well. Chris is coming off that awesome knockout over John Vellante. But if you watch that fight, he was kind of a step behind the entire time. And John Vellante looked pretty good up until getting hit in the face with a spinning back kick. So, I really don't know what to do, right? I love Chris's just raw athleticism, his dedication. I love that he has power. I love all that stuff. But Buday is scary. He's got real power in his hands. He's got solid grappling. But if he doesn't get going and he takes his time again, Chris could catch up to him. But if he does get going and he keeps his hands out there and stays in Chris's face, I don't think Chris will be able to catch up. So I am siding with Martin Buday here, but watch his fights. He's not as dominant as his record suggests. What do you think?
Yeah, I actually 100% agree. Unfortunately, this is not John Vellante. Let's get that straight. This is Martin Buday. But that 9-1 record, you look at it, you look down the list, a ton of finishes. His only loss, a decision loss to Juan Espino, who was on a tear on his own right. But I agree, he does get hit, and he just kind of plots around. And not only does he get hit, he gets hit a lot with his head just moving straight back, right? And you see that a lot of times with taller people. They can get away with it a lot of times. He's 6'4", and he's fighting a 5'9" guy, so it really shouldn't be an issue. But if you keep moving your head back and your chin up, and Chris Barnett, with his athleticism, he's going to come in and get in that pocket a lot faster than you think he is. So if you're playing that chin game with your chin out there, anything can happen in this matchup. I think Martin Buday definitely is the play, but if Chris Barnett finds a way to knock this dude out, I would not be surprised. But he takes his time, he plots around, then he throws that big right hand, and when it lands, it lands. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully Chris gets going early, because I'd rather get my pick wrong and see him get a win. Yeah. What's up, Baby Red?
I'm going Martin by, he's got a slick little lead elbow that he throws. I'm going lead elbow KO.
Okay, yeah, super specific. $7,200 to $9,000. I do think this probably ends in a stoppage either way. So, man, I hate to pick against Chris, but $9,000, it's a lot. It's his official UFC debut. He is a slow starter. But once he gets going, he gets going. But if he can't put Chris away, he may fade big time or get frustrated, and then Chris can really let stuff go. I mean, Chris was behind that entire John Vellante fight before he really let it happen. What do you think of DraftKings? You doing the 9,000, or too many questions for you?
I'll probably do the 9,000. If you can't knock out Chris Barnett, you got issues. If you're supposed to be that dominant.
And then we got Monkey Knife Fight 25 to 33. I actually think it's more and more. I think it goes a little bit. I think there's some feeling out on both sides. 25 strikes is nothing. That is not a lot of strikes. 33 is also not a lot of strikes. So I think it's more and more with Monkey Knife Fight.
I think it's less because Buday, when he feels stuff out, he doesn't throw strikes. He just kind of walks around, and Barnett's going to have problems with the length off the start. It's hard for him to get inside off the rip. So the feeling out is going to be a lot of feinting, not a lot of strikes. I'm going less. All
right, so you basically think it's a boring fight, and then bang.
Bang, the first exchange, lead elbow. One of those.
Yeah, I don't...
See how quick, are you seeing how quick that is? That's crazy. It's just it's there. All of a sudden, it's like and all of a sudden it's there.
Yeah, no,
that's crazy. I didn't even know that was that fast. I literally didn't know I was that fast.
Take my purse. I don't want any trouble, please, sir. No. WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up with any one of our 5 betting partners. Make a deposit. Let me know, and we send you $50. You could spend that money in a self-defense class, so somebody like Jacob can't just rock you with that crazy elbow and take your money. WeWantPicks.com/bets. You want to check out Monkey Knife Fight? WeWantPicks.com/MKF.